Okay. So another example of me being contrary to most of the other coaches is in reference to style or grooming, not to be confused with hygiene. I'm probably in agreement with virtually all of them on that. But a lot of people confuse grooming with hygiene. If somebody doesn't brush their hair or shave, they tend to think they haven't showered. I'm not quite sure why that is. It's weird. But as far as, I guess, basic presentation goes, I generally don't agree with other coaches. I've worked in several clubs where one of the rules the club had, and a lot of personal rules the coaches have, is they don't wear jeans. The rule, that, as they stated, is they don't wear jeans to the rink. And some clubs say you can't wear jeans on the ice. The actual fact is all the coaches still wear jeans. They just pull snow pants or some kind of sport pants over their jeans, which I consider to be a violation of the rules. Just because no one sees it doesn't mean you're not violating the rules. If there's a, if the reason is that jeans look unprofessional, then the rule should be professional attire required, not specifically no jeans. But I've had a long history with very anti-coaching style. I started coaching in ripped sweatpants or ill-fitting sweatpants, and that's all I would wear to the rink. At the time, I think I also worked on a beard for a while and long hair for a while, and I probably was not a very professional sight, which no doubt caused me some kind of subliminal problems in the background. Currently, I occasionally wear shorts on the ice in summer, especially if I'm on the ice for less than an hour or 2 hours. I don't see the problem if it's warm out, wearing shorts to the rink, stepping on the ice. I don't know why you would change to get on the ice when there's no need to. And there are probably half the coaches I work with are deeply offended by the fact that I wear coaches on the ice. Some of them find it, cute and quirky and strange, which is more in the concept that I'm trying to get across, but if any concept. I've never quite understood why some people get offended. I was at a banquet the other day for a club, and I was wearing a ball cap, and I didn't really think of it until about halfway through the meal, and then I realized that probably some of the people there who dressed up and made an effort to make their appearance dressy, professional, dressed up, nice, immaculate, however you want to say it, they probably, again, would have taken offense to the fact that I didn't take the event as seriously as they did, or I didn't find it necessary or required to dress up for the event. I have been scolded by, I'm going to say, at least 25 coaches on the way I have presented myself at various test days, competitions, on-ice sessions, clinics, various other functions. I don't get it. I think fashion is extremely corrupting. I think it's a way for the upper class, more well-off people to rub the noses in people who aren't as well-off. I think it's classist. I think it's, I guess classist is the way I want to say it. I think it's the cause of quite a bit of bullying and rifts and cliques. A lot of it's based around the means that you can, or the means and the effort to which you work on your appearance, your presentation. None of that, I think, should matter, especially to a coach. To a coach, it should matter that you show up and that you do your job. Pretty much, period. Most jobs, I think that's pretty much the expectation. And I find it kind of silly and ridiculous that two coaches that show up and do their jobs to roughly parallel degrees are treated completely differently if one of them spends a lot of time doing their hair, makeup, outfits, and always looks immaculately, looks like a coach the way the parents imagine a stereotypical coach should look. and if the other one doesn't do that. I find there's a very distinct difference in the tone that the one and the other are treated, and I don't think that's right. And this isn't just me, I've noticed it with other coaches as well. A lot of the coaches that end up being the top of the popularity food chain and end up getting regular and consistent work, it has nothing to do with their coaching, very rarely, but they always coincidentally happen to be the ones who are always dressed perfectly and come to the rink in a variety of different style clothing, interesting style clothing, top-of-the-line brand names. They always have their hair done, they always have their makeup done, they always have their various little odds and ends looked after. I just don't, I think the whole thing is ridiculous, and I won't really participate in that. And that makes me in the minority among coaches. I have run into a few coaches that kind of feel the same way. They present themselves the same way all the time. They're consistent, and they would rather be comfortable and feel regular and normal in their clothes rather than feel that they're dressing up for work. Now, I did for about 4 years dress in a suit and tie when I came to the rink, and the attitude of people changed dramatically when I did that. Even though it was also not normal coaching attire, at least it was above the normal coaching attire and not below, which is where I usually am. And there is a benefit. I mean, it took me an extra half hour to dress for the day, and it got me in a little bit more of a mindset, but I usually have a 15 to 20 to 30 minute drive to work, and that's plenty enough to gather myself for the day's work. I don't need that extra 15 minutes to dress in a suit and tie. That being said, I didn't particularly mind that, but that again, that wasn't typical coaching attire. That was above and beyond. And I thought, as ridiculous as I think it's as ridiculous to treat somebody in a suit and tie better as it is to treat somebody who wears sweatpants and a hoodie worse. The whole thing is very classist, very elitist. And while we're in a classist, elitist sport, I don't have to capitulate to all those elitist ideas. So, there you go. Bye.